Are you interested in starting your own cash PT practice? Maybe a little side hustle practice right now because you're bored with what you do at work and you're seeing massive volumes of patients. I found the most success by going this route through a practice in a gym. And this is why I started the Gym PT Blueprint. The Gym PT Blueprint is really a program that shows you exactly how to be successful in the cash model, whether it's a side practice or you're diving head first like I did. This shows you exactly how to set your finances up correctly, how to set your practice up correctly, how to sell things, how to market yourself, and how to really convey your unique value to other people so that they'll want to pay you for it. If you are struggling to figure out how to set your practice up correctly, or if you're in practice and you're not making it at least 5 figures a month at this point, you really should check out the Gym PT Blueprint. Head over to drdannymattei.com/products. That's DRDANNYMATTA.com/products to take a look at the Gym PT Blueprint and see how this program can help you become successful. So here's the question. How do physical therapists like us, who don't want to see 30 patients a day, who don't want to work home health, and have real student loans, create a career and life for ourselves that we've always dreamed about? This is the question, and this podcast is the answer. My name's Danny Mattei, and welcome to the PT Entrepreneur Podcast.
All right, what's going on, guys? Doc Danny here with the PT Entrepreneur Podcast. And it's Thursday, so we got another little short podcast for you. And today, what I want to talk about is morning routines. And what is your morning routine, right? Are you starting your day off in a state of stress or in a state of relaxation and ready to get the day going, right? So I'll walk you through my morning routine, or what my morning routine is going to be going forward. I'm making a slight tweak to this, I guess you should say. And if you listen to the podcast on goals, you'll remember hopefully that one of my goals this year, personal goal, was to meditate every day, right? So it's something it's like weight training for the brain, right? So for me, there's 4 pillars of health, right? So there's movement and kind of training, there's sleep, there's stress management, and then there's nutrition and hydration, what you put in your body. I do pretty well on most of those things. Stress management is something I feel like I could always work more on. As a business owner, there's a lot of stressors in your life. So that's something with meditation that I wanted to add in. So here's what my morning routine looks like. So I wake up at about 4:30 in the morning, and I get up, I go take a shower, I get out, I head out to the kitchen, I make myself a cup of coffee, and then I'll sit down and I'll read for about 20 minutes. So usually I'll drink my coffee and I'll read something for about 20 minutes, get my lunch together for the day, and then head out, and then usually leave by about like 5:15 to head to the office. So what I'm going to do now, instead of reading, is I'm going to switch that, and I'm actually going to wake up, grab a shower, head out, make some coffee, and then I'm going to meditate for about 10 minutes. So I'm using the Headspace app, which is awesome. I don't know. I like the guy's voice. I think he's Australian or South African. I don't know. It keeps my attention better. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go through the rest of my routine. And excuse me, I keep it really, really simple because I don't have that much time in the morning. And if I wake up any earlier than that, man, I can't go to sleep that much earlier in the day. So for many of you, here's what I would pose. The question is, what does your morning routine look like? Do you wake up and start out in a state of stress? So if you wake up and the first thing you do is you jump on Twitter and read about the dumb shit that Donald Trump has said, you're probably irritating yourself first thing in the morning, right? So if you're sitting there and scrolling through just a bunch of people trolling each other on Instagram or Twitter or whatever it might be, first thing in the morning, you're starting your day off in a stressful state. There's a couple of things that people do continually, mentors of mine, and just like people that, books that I've read, the authors of those books have talked about in terms of morning routine. And almost every successful person that I've ever met has some sort of morning routine. Some of them are super elaborate, by the way. The normal person cannot do an hour and a half long Tim Ferriss morning routine where he does some sort of like Japanese hot bath or whatever bullshit he does. He doesn't have kids. He's made his money. He's got a different life than you and I do, right? But if you can start your day out by journaling, by reading, by meditating, by doing something that lets your mind wake the fuck up without getting bombarded with bits of news and negative things at that, the likelihood of you having a really positive day, a very effective day, are going to go up. And ideally, we keep our stress levels down. That's why I'm adding meditation in first thing in the morning in place of reading a book. Okay. So think about that. What's your morning routine like? And I challenge you, give it a few days, give it like 5 work days where you try to dial in a morning routine where you don't look at social media first thing in the morning. You don't check your email first thing in the morning. You don't turn on the news and just listen to people argue back and forth with each other first thing in the morning. And you do something that's going to put your mind in a state of relaxation as you go into the day and put you in a state where you're not stressed out. And try to be consistent with that for a week and see how you feel. See how your day goes and how productive you are during the day. So morning routine, that's my morning routine. Super simple. Guys, test it out yourself. I'd love to hear what your morning routine is like. You can always shoot me an email, Danny@athletespotential.com. I'd love to hear from you guys. Again, thanks so much to all the people that have left reviews on the podcast and have shot me emails of feedback. It's awesome to always hear that. And man, I'm always grateful whenever I get an email from somebody or a new iTunes review. I read all of them. So thanks so much for listening, and I look forward to hearing what your morning routines are.